Hi there, I'm Trucker Ray, and before we get to our presentation, I wanted to share with you a new way to contact me. That's right, I finally got a post office box. A lot of you have been sending emails and leaving comments on my YouTube channel, and that is awesome, but I know some of you still like snail mail. So, if you have something you'd like to send, whether it's a card, or you want to buy me a cup of coffee, or whatever it might be, this is where you send it. P.O. Box 12306, Langley, RPO, which stands for Royal Post Office, Logan Creek, British Columbia, Canada, V2Y0Y7. That's P.O. Box 12306, Langley, RPO, Logan Creek, BC, Canada, V2Y0Y7. Now, if you're ready, let's get to our presentation. Hey friends, my name is Trucker Ray and welcome to my channel. If you're viewing for the very first time, I share my journeys out on the highways of North America. I've been doing that since 2012 and I love to share the gospel of Yeshua, gospel of Jesus Christ our Lord. And I thank you very much for joining me, and if you have been here before, welcome back. Always a pleasure to have my YouTubers returning back to the channel. Currently right now I am heading again in a different route. I'm heading to Grand Forks to grab a nursery load that's actually going to Cheyenne, Wyoming. So it's actually going to Wyoming, not into Canada. So this will be a nice change. That means I'll probably be crossing, I'm assuming I'll be crossing in Kingsgate, and we'll be jumping on the 90 and right into Wyoming there. It's been a while since I've been into Wyoming. That'll be nice. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'll be picking up. They won't be loading me today. They'll be loading me tomorrow morning. I'm not sure what it is, trees or shrubs or plants or something. So it'll probably be a light load. I don't think it'll be a heavy one. And from there I'll probably be heading to Nogales or something to get a reload out of there. A lot of watermelon that's coming up into Canada. So, good to have you all viewing once again. Had a little bit of a break from the last video. And as you can see, it's a little bit overcast out today. It was sunny earlier. Not entirely sure what happened to it, but apparently the passes up here are expecting snow tonight. I don't know. It's like, okay, whatever. Okay, winter's not over yet. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how much snow they're expecting, but they are expecting snow up on the passes. So I want to get up over the passes tonight as quick as I can. That way I don't have to deal with it tomorrow. I may end up dealing with snow going over Kootenai Pass. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But I don't have any chains on the truck. The chains have been taken off because we don't need them on the truck anymore. So if chain up is required, well, I guess we'll have to park it because I don't have any chains on. So we'll see what happens there. So we'll be taking the Crow's Nest Highway, Highway 3. Is of course one of my favorite routes. Last time I think I did this, I showed you guys some nice views of Highway 3. And the place I'm going to though, where I'm picking up, is different than the first place I went to. I've never been to this place before where I'm picking up. So I did call them. The lady on the phone was really, really nice. I think she said there's parking. You can drop the trailer or back into a dock tonight, because I'll be there in about 4 hours. Be there by around 5 o'clock. And then I can finally settle in and settle down and watch a hockey game, and hopefully the Canucks will win this one. They lost the last game. Well, by the time you're watching this, that's all history now. But anyway, so hopefully they win a game tonight, and it'll be exciting. Hopefully. So anyway, there you have it, friends. Again, good to have you with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Well, I made it into Grand Forks. I'm not far away from where I'll be picking up. I just want to, I'm not going to be doing anything until tomorrow, but I want to double check and make sure everything is still good. And if I can drop the trailer there, I did call them earlier and asked them if I could do that, and they said I could. I would even park there for the night, but I don't think they have any kind of facilities there. It's a pretty big farm though. huge. Yeah, I don't know. They're going to be loading me at 6 o'clock in the morning, so pretty early. So if I can drop it there tonight, I'll just bobtail over to where the Tim Hortons is like I did last time and just park it there for the night. Well, good morning, everyone. It is just after 7 a.m. Last night I had dropped my trailer here at this place where I'm loading up at. Just basically so they could get started with it first thing in the morning. And it's a good thing I did because there was a few trucks already parked here with their trailers in the door. So it's a good thing I showed up last night and put the trailer in the door. All I did was drop the trailer, put a glad hand lock on it, put a fifth wheel lock, kingpin lock rather, so you can't hook up to it with the fifth wheel. You can get those basically at most truck places. I wouldn't buy them at a truck stop though, they're probably outrageously priced. I think I got mine at Fort Garry, which is a trucking supply place out in Calgary, and then there's other places you can get it, like Greg's Distributing. In Canada. I don't know where you can get it in the US. You might even be able to buy them at Ocean Trailer. Is there an Ocean Trailer in the US, or is that only Canada? I don't even know. But yeah, it just prevents someone from stealing the trailer. Sometimes a glad hand lock is okay, but not always, because they I think you could easily pop those off with a screwdriver if you really wanted to. So kingpin lock is the way you want to go if you're going to drop your trailer, especially if you have product on it. So as you can see, it's a little gloomy looking out here. Temperatures have dropped significantly. They're expecting snow up on the passes. There's no getting around it, no getting away from it. I guess we're going to be stuck with snow until June. It's going to be a nine month of winter, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is. This is a very, very big nursery here. This is probably a massive one. I'm assuming it's got to be one of the bigger ones in the country. It's huge. They've got trees. They've got every kind of tree and plant here. It's amazing. So for those of you that aren't familiar with what I'm doing, where's my bill here? I am going to Riverhead Nursery and Landscaping out in Cheyenne, Wyoming. So we're going to Cheyenne. Last time I've been there, a long time ago since I've been through Cheyenne. Fortunately, the load will be relatively light, so I won't have to worry about any weights. So yeah, we get to travel along the 90 all the way into Cheyenne, and then from there I am assuming we will be heading from there to Nogales. So we'll be able to see some scenery we haven't seen in a while, which is nice. I do want to apologize for not putting up a Bible break in my last video. I was going to upload it separately, and I got distracted, and a lot of things were going on at the time, and I never got around to doing that, and I never want to neglect that. So you will definitely see a Bible break on this particular video. I do believe we'll be into the book of Proverbs there, which is a really good book, the one I want to read. I can't remember if it's Proverbs 15 or not. So anyway, what do you say we go take a look and see what's going on back there? This is quite a nursery. It's huge. They got a lot of workers here. Now let's see what they're doing here. Yeah, I think next time I come by, I'll bring some load locks.
Sí, please.
I didn't know. So, right up to here, are you putting more of those in?
Yeah.
And then the rest are trees?
The rest are trees.
The rest are trees?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because we should have came with a trailer with another set here. That should have what we did, like that. I don't know why we came with this trailer. But I hadn't been here before, I didn't know. So this is all for one delivery, right?
Yeah.
The one delivery, Cheyenne?
One Cheyenne.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, well, he was asking me for load locks, and I told him I didn't have any because we normally don't use load locks because they're just not really reliable. But I didn't know how they were going to load this. So every time I've come to one of these places, it's always been just filled with trees. So they've got plants stacked on these housings the way they do. It would have been nice to have logistic rails, both of them here. If I would have known that, I would have brought a different trailer. I didn't know. So because of that, now they've had to build this just so they can prevent this thing from sliding from the bottom outward. I don't think that would happen anyway, but now we're gonna end up with all this excess wood probably. I don't know if the place we're going to is gonna even take this stuff. I might have to find a place to put the wood. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I better get out of the guy's way here. Are you the foreman?
No, but I know a guy that is.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Oh, no, they're loading me there. I just wanted to ask. I was told that they will actually provide me an ace to get across the border. Do you guys do that here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's, you want to go up to the office and see what's going on? That's going okay.
Good.
Got a gentleman here that might have a question or two for you.
Okay.
Was I talking to you yesterday?
I am not sure.
My name is Ray.
Hey Ray, no you weren't, but Kathy got your information.
Okay.
And your paperwork is ready.
I was also told too that, oh, you do print the ace out.
I do.
How sweet is
Sharon
that?
always sends it to us.
So, is this just basically all for me then?
It is,
Or
and everything's there, like your, that's your ace, of course.
Yep.
And then there's your, the original Phytos, the pink copy
Okay.
for the border.
Right.
That's what they'll want.
So that's for customs, okay.
That's right.
And then the
And-
bills are in there for the customer.
And then the invoices right
So is
there,
this going
and
to a
the DOL.
nursery? Or is this?
Going to a nursery.
It is, eh?
Riverbend Nursery.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair
In
enough.
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Right on, windy Wyoming. All right. Well, thank you so much.
You bet.
I appreciate
Have a safe trip.
it. I will. Thank you. Thank you again.
Yeah, you have a great day.
Yep. Wow. Can you believe that? That's unbelievable. They even printed out my ace, which is my manifest to get across the border. These people are on the ball. So the paperwork is all done. So once I get up to Kingsgate, I'll have to go into agricultural, give them that paperwork, they'll stamp it, and they'll let me move on. Yeah. So, we're good. How are you?
Not bad yourself?
Not bad, thank you. Hi. I'll tell you one thing though. There's a lot of smiling faces here. I like that. It's nice to see friendly people.
Después va a ir abajo y la puchera madre se le desclavaron y le dice, ¿ah? ¿Y ahora qué pasó? en las grapas.
¿Quién dice?
Thank you.
Digo, pasó de que no clavó bien las grapas, digo, ahí. Te pasa lo de trave. Sí.
Thank you, gentlemen. Take care.
Okay.
You know, it's actually quite surprising that the loading was only a couple hours. A lot of the time I'm being told that the loading procedure can take several hours. Yeah. No, didn't take very long at all, actually. These guys, when you got that many guys working on it, doesn't take long at all. And I don't know what we weigh here, but we can't weigh very much because when I released my brakes, just took my foot off the brakes, I could feel the I could feel the truck moving forward on its own. So that goes to show you I don't have a whole lot of weight in here, and I'm gonna have to wait until I get to a government scale. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can go straight. No, just go this way. I'm just gonna go the way I know. And yeah, not bad. Super light, won't have any issue getting over hills, which is kind of nice because there's quite a bit of climb to do on the 90, especially out of Montana, Billings, into Cheyenne, Sheridan, all those areas. There's nice little climbs. Hi everyone, I am Ray Gaucher and welcome to this edition of Bible Break. Absolute pleasure to have you with me today. We're going to be sharing out of the book of Proverbs, and who doesn't like the book of Proverbs, the book of Psalms? I mean, these are incredible books to encourage us and give us strength during difficult times. I am reading out of the Restoration Study Bible, 4th edition. The King James translation is very similar to the King James. The only difference is that we will hear the difference in the names of, for example, instead of Jesus, you will hear Yeshua, Elohim, Yahweh, Jehovah God. It's a beautiful translation. This was given to me as a gift from a dear lady. Haven't heard from her in a long time. I hope she's doing well. Yeah, what a wonderful gift this was, and it's been my favorite translation. So anyway, I wanted to read this particular proverb, which is Proverb 8, and it's because when we pray for wisdom, that is a good thing. I mean, there may be times where people will say, well, you shouldn't pray for too many things. We should just accept whatever God gives us. God wants us to pray for wisdom. He wants us to pray for righteousness. He wants us to pray for a peaceful heart and a loving, kind, and contrite heart. He wants us to pray for these things. And just think, these are the things He wants us to strive for. Why would He not give this to us if we ask for it? And to ask for wisdom and to pray for wisdom and discernment is really important. And I don't think enough people do this, or they would have a resolve to a lot of their issues in life. So I will be reading out of again Proverbs chapter 8. Why don't we begin with a quick prayer? Dear Lord, I thank you, Lord, for how amazing you are. Lord, just to be able to have the privilege to read your word is indeed just that, a privilege. Lord, I pray that you will bless everyone that's listening and watching, and would you touch their hearts and just fill them with your wisdom and your discernment during this reading. Lord, may I convey it and read it correctly. In Yeshua's name we pray, amen. All right, if you're ready, Proverbs 8, verse 1, let's do it. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of a high place, by the way in the plains of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of understanding. Be of an understanding heart, Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. Isn't this powerful? By me kings reign. Wow. Wow. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Wow. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. This has got to be one of the best Proverbs. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment. I got to read that verse again. Just when we think there's no justice out there, God is in complete control. He is. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. Yahweh possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there was no depths, I was brought forth. When there was no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree that the waters should not pass, his commandment, when he appointed the fountains of the earth. When I was by him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the inhabitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahweh. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and they that hate me love death. Final verse. Wow. Proverbs chapter 8. You know what? I like the way my good friend Adrian Scott reads. He'll read scripture, he'll read it all the way through, and then he'll comment on it. I kind of do things a little differently. If something just hits me, I got to stop and look at it again, or reread it, or talk about it. But what else can you comment on? I read through it, and I don't know what else you could comment on. It is so self-explanatory. If you, as it says in here so many times, if you seek wisdom, you're wise. If you seek to do the will of God, if you seek God, you're wise. And you will get that. You will get that wisdom if you ask for it. Just a lovely, absolutely lovely proverb. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was edifying, and I hope it lifted you up. Until next time, God bless you in the name of Yeshua. Bye for now. Someone was on the scale. Yeah, I'm just going to weigh myself. Hopefully the scale is on. Hopefully it's on. Just so I can get an idea what the weights are like, that they're evenly distributed. That's what I want to know. Scale's not even open today. Let's see where we're at here. Not worried about the steers. 12,700. This is kilos, 12,000 kilos. Oh wow, it's very even. Look at that. Okay, you can't ask for better than that. Way under for US weights, and it's nice and even. Couldn't ask for better. Should be a nice even ride all the way. Yep, and I was looking at the cameras of Kootenai Pass, which we're getting close to, and it looks wet up there. Looks gloomy, it looks dark, but I don't think it's snowing up there. If it is, it's coming in. It's coming in waves, and doesn't really show it up there. It could be snowing up there. I just don't know yet. Find out when we get there. Alright, I just checked in with customs because you got to go inside, like I was saying before, to deal with agricultural. They sign in the agriculture area there. I guess they sign it, they okay it, verify everything's good, and then you can go. So, look at how high that river is. Ooh, that is really high. But that's kind of normal right around this time of the year. It's kind of normal. So, we are on the route. Yes, this is the 95. And I can only hope that the speed limit isn't down to 20. I think the spring thaw is already done. Yeah, that's already finished. Every year, as I was mentioning to you guys before, right around the spring, just before the spring really kicks in, they have the thing called the spring thaw. And they literally have it 25 miles an hour from here all the way to Bonner's Ferry. It's monotonous, but it's 30 miles. 30 miles. Takes you a whole hour to drive 30 miles. Yeah, when you're going that way, but there's not much you can do. Anyway, I haven't figured out where I'm even going to stop today, so we still got another 4 hours to go before I need to stop for a break if I really want to. But yeah, just going to make our way down the 95 towards the I-90, and then from there we go east, which is going to feel a little weird because I'm so used to going the other way. Good morning, friends. Just starting my day. Just finished my pre-trip and my fueling and everything. Stopped at the Love's out here in Missoula. Decent parking last night. I didn't have any issue. I mean, I have a lot of time on my hands to get to where I need to go. I mean, I've only got 800 miles left and I still got 2 days to do it, and I think I'll do it. So I'm gonna drive a decent day today. I'm gonna drive a full day today, and then I'll make it to our rest area tonight, and then I'll roll into Cheyenne and find a truck stop there tomorrow morning. The reason why I'm timing it like this is so I can get in there in the morning. Like, I could have drove a whole day yesterday and a full day today, and I probably would have made it to Cheyenne. But I also would have rolled into that truck stop probably about 7 or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, and there wouldn't have been any chance of me getting a parking spot at that hour. So I figured I'll have a shorter day today, drive a full day tomorrow, or today, or did I say drive a shorter day yesterday, drive a full day today, and then tomorrow roll into the truck stop at about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And there'll be guys that have left, they've been on their way, and there'll be plenty of parking to choose from. I remember being out here, parked at this TA, and I can't remember who I was with. I think it was with Idaho. I do believe I was with Idaho because I had the Volvo, and there's a Volvo dealer down here, and they were trying to fix a problem that I had. And that went on for 3 days or 2 or 3 days. What a disaster that was. But you know what? I will say this. My windows are getting a little foggy. Just bear with me. I will say this. The Freightliners have no doubt been the least problematic than all the trucks I've had. The older Freightliners, they would have their issues, but the Peterbilt, Kenworth, even the Volvos had their share of issues. These are by far the most reliable vehicles that you can drive out here, that I've seen anyway, from my own personal experience on the road. They've been good. I can't complain. You know, if it wasn't for all the shaking and creaking and groaning that these trucks do, there's one little creak I got going over here right now. I still can't figure out what it is. They just pop up anytime they want. Overnight, they'll happen. You're like, well, how did that happen? It could just be from driving down a bumpy road or whatever it is. So I got to roll my passenger window down to drown it out, or put something up on the on the radio to drown it out, because it'll drive you nuts. I can listen to all the road noise around me and have that little it'll just drive me bonkers. So some people are like, oh, that wouldn't bother me, I'll just ignore it. Well, you know what? I can't ignore something. That's like ignoring somebody that's doing this to your face all the time. You know, it drives you crazy. So, look at this morning. It is a typical Montana morning, 4 degrees Celsius. Nice, cool spring morning. Won't be saying that very long. We'll be into summer soon at this rate. Before you know it, it'll be autumn already. Yeah, we only get 4 months out of the year of nice weather nowadays. That global warming is really working, huh? Huh? Climate change. Woohoo! What a bunch of garbage that is. Whoever believes in that, Yeah, I won't even go there. So, today, friends, we're going to have some nice scenery to share with you. If you are viewing for the first time, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Do like it. Make sure the notifications are on. Be one of the few that view the videos every week. I say that because, I don't know. Maybe it's because of summertime. Maybe because people are out vacationing. I can't see them vacationing already. That the viewership just goes down during this time of the year. Maybe I need to entice it by giving away money. No, I won't do that. But I know those who view and the loyal YouTubers out there, I know you guys enjoy them, and I'm glad. And I want to send a shout out to John out in the UK. You guys remember me meeting up with him at the Loves over in Wales. Apparently he's coming back. So John, give me a call when you get into town. We'll carry on where we left off. That would be nice. I miss our friendship for sure. Anyway, as I said, we're going to be traveling all through Montana, right into Wyoming. And for those of you that don't know where Cheyenne is, once you get into Wyoming, I do believe it's Sheridan, and then you go through all the other towns like Casper, etc. And then right on the border almost of the Colorado border, not Colorado border. Wow, it's been so long. Maybe it is Colorado. It is Colorado. It is the Colorado state border. That is pretty well where Cheyenne is. It's right down there. So we're going to be pretty well driving through two states today, Montana and Wyoming. And unless something really impressive happens today, I can't spit words out this morning. I'm still half asleep. I shouldn't be half asleep. I've been up for a bit. I hope you enjoy the scenery, the view, and the choice of selection of music, giving our God glory.
What secrets you reveal, the more that I seek your face, the less that you conceal. Holy Spirit, as I stand in awesome fear, you're drawing me nearer to you, and the plan's becoming clearer. And in my quiet time, I will go before the throne, and I will lift my voice in praise to the God who stands alone. I'm giving glory to my King. Oh Lord, I know no man can know my heart, but you, Lord, know everything, and you guide me from the darkness. Oh, I thank you, Lord. You've put a heart in me that's clean, one that brings glory to you. give you glory, oh my King. I'm giving glory to my King.
Well, friends, my day is just about done. I got about 9 minutes left on my clock. This should be a common sense truck stop. At least I think it's a truck stop. Either that or it's got a lot there. That's what the satellite showed. And it should be up here, up on the right. Hopefully, because I don't have a whole lot of time to turn around and go back to this other one over here. I'll never make it. So exit 78 is what I want, and that's this one right here. I think it's that Exxon. It's supposed to be a common sense, and that's a regular place in Wyoming where you can find some decent, clean facilities. Is that the common sense? It might be part of that Exxon over there. Take a look and see. See, that's the advantage when you look on your satellite, or you look on your Google, and then you look at the satellite view. Ooh, that's not a good thing. Oh, there's a dirt lot right there. Okay. Which one's the common sense, though? Which one is the common sense? There's a dirt lot there, and there's the common sense. That place looks pretty run down. So you know what? You know what? I'm not here to appraise the place. I'm not here to give it a rating. I'm just here to find a place to park, and they are 24 hours here, so this is where I'm going to park, and it's going to be right there. So this is actually really, really good. Cowboy drug, ice cream, fishing, and hunting licenses, and bait. Okay, I'm going to take it easy going through here, because we do have plants on board, and they're in they're on skids, but they are wrapped, but I don't want to be causing anything to be on its side by the time I get there and they lose any of the potting soil. This is all right here. So yeah, 6 minutes left on my clock. I kind of like to time the my stops accurately, and I would say this is pretty good. And there's a Sinclair across the street, so that'll work out there. And then tomorrow morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Cheyenne, because I don't have to deliver until Monday, and there's a Love's there, and I'm going to park it at the Love's, and there I can get my shower and everything that I need in the morning. So I'll be doing that. Yeah, and then we'll make it into Cheyenne tomorrow, and we'll just do whatever we need to do tomorrow, and this will be fine. Yeah, that's some pretty good timing. 5 minutes left on the clock. Some might say, well, you sure cut it close. Well, you know what? When you time time it properly, you can usually get to places within minutes to spare. I mean, I worked it out that if I did not have enough time to get here, I would have made it to the other place just up the road there. So, but this is where I was this is what I was shooting for, though. So, here you go, guys. So I'm just going to get settled in here, and yeah, we'll make our way to Cheyenne in the morning. So have a good night. We'll see you in the morning.
This is Trucker's Corner with Trucker Glenn.
Hey everyone, it is Trucker Ray, and we are back again with Trucker Glenn for another edition of Trucker's Corner. Today we're going to be talking about what?
Attitude.
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 Having a professional attitude as a truck driver. And why is this so important?
Well, number one, if you're going to make a career out of it, you pretty well got to start. I've said this in just about every video we've done. Right from the get-go. If you're going to make this your career, you got to start out doing it right.
Yeah.
Don't copy somebody who you think is your hero, who's nothing but a cowboy going down the road, making all kinds of mistakes, cussing the police out, cussing the scales out, doing everything wrong. And in this particular business, you end up in a lot of trouble. And you could end up never driving again for various reasons, whether you have accidents or you're costing the company too much money.
Classic definition of a super trucker.
I had a young fella that I was training. I think he had about 6 months worth of experience, and I was working for a small outfit. So the boss came up to me and he said, can you take this guy under your wing and, teach him a few tricks? I said, yeah, sure, I'll take him out. So we were running from Kamloops up to Prince George, and then Prince George north. I can't even remember. Maybe we went to Chetwynd. I can't rember exactly.
And this is all in BC?
All in BC, all northern BC. And I just smiled when I first met this kid, because he knew everything.
He knew more than you.
Yeah, he knew way more than me. I had to laugh because I had to slide my fifth wheel. So I said to him, I showed him how to set everything up and how I was going to do. I unlocked the fifth wheel. And in those days it was, you had to, do you still have to pull a lever to unlock them? They're air assist now.
It's in the, they're hydraulics now.
Yeah. So anyways, he runs down to the back of the trailer, and I've already slid my fifth wheel, and he's going. So I got out of the truck. He said, they're not moving.
Oh, don't tell me.
I said, what's not moving? He said, well, the wheels aren't moving. I said, we're sliding the fifth wheel.
He thought you were sliding the bogies?
Thought I was sliding the bogies. So anyways, I thought, well, this will be a fun trip. And I thought the kid was just,
You thought he was joking?
I thought he was joking, but you could see the confusion on his face. So anyways, this kid was way too fast. And I kept saying, slow down, do the speed limit. If you're unsure of a corner, do 5 or 10 clicks under the posted speed, and you should be fine. Well, he just wasn't getting it. He would yell and scream and get mad at the truck. And I said, I'm going to tell you what my old-time trainer told me, because I couldn't shift without grinding gears. And he said, you're going to have to learn how to do this, because machine cannot adapt to man. Therefore, man has to adapt to the machine.
Right.
So he blamed everything on his mistakes. And I told the owner, I said, we can't turn this kid loose. He's going to kill himself. Oh, no, just give him a few more. He needed drivers, right? So I did basically as much as I could do. I was just running up against a brick wall. So we turned him loose. And I eventually left the company about maybe a month later, because I couldn't handle it. So I get a phone call, and he said, guess what? I said, what? He said, Jim rolled the truck the other day.
Uh-oh.
I said, what happened? He said, it went into a corner too fast.
Oh, no.
Total right off on the truck. The load was a total write-off. Luckily, nobody was hurt.
He didn't listen to you at all.
Didn't listen to a thing. So, bad attitude. That's one of the worst ones, not listening to your... I mean, you can pretty well tell when you're talking to an older driver if they're a professional or not.
Yeah.
But when you have to guess at something, it's like I've always said, 5 axles are very forgiving. You get on 140,000 pounds, and when you make a move, it better be the right one, especially in slippery conditions, because they just take over. I have turned drivers down and made, when I was working for Reimer, I was the road supervisor, and part of my job was to take them out for their final test. And lots of times I had a kid climb into the truck, and he'd yelling and screaming and doing just, I don't know, had a bad time.
Was he like a new driver?
Brand spanking new. And I said, get out of the truck. And he said, what do you mean? I said, get out. You're not going on this trip. So I walked into HR and I said, this kid is going to cause you nothing but grief and trouble. And they wouldn't hire him. And that's the biggest thing. You know when a professional gets into the cab of a truck just by the first 2 or 3 moves they make, whether he's going to be a good driver or he's going to be trouble. And nowadays, you can't get away with anything. So that's where your attitude comes. Hey, if you're having a bad day, pull over, go have a coffee or dinner or go to bed but, you know.
Especially if you're a new driver, never be afraid to ask questions. I don't think I've ever had an issue with anybody ever asking me multiple questions. It's better to be safe than sorry.
And same when we ask you to email us with your questions.
Yeah.
There's nothing silly, nothing stupid. I listened to your the last podcast you did, and you were explaining how to slide the trailer wheels.
Right.
Excellent. Like if you couldn't understand that, then you had no business being a truck driver, right?
Right. How would you like, if you're in the hiring process, how do you recognize a troublemaker within the first 5 minutes of a conversation?
Just the way they dress.
Yeah, that's true.
The way they dress, they're coming in for an interview. They haven't shaved.
Sunglasses on their head.
Sunglasses, chain drive wallet, and on their hip, and language.
Yeah.
That's not a professional.
And are they listening or are they doing all the talking? Right?
They're doing all the talking. I knew a guy that before he hired, when he was doing an interview on a driver, he used to send his wife out to look at the guy's car, the inside of his car. And he said if there was banana peels on the floor and hamburger wrappers all over there, he wouldn't hire him.
That's smart.
He thought, well, if he's going to keep his vehicle that way, what's it going to be like with my $250,000 truck, right?
No kidding.
And
that's pretty impressive. That's actually quite amazing.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So if you're going to go in for an interview, wash your car, vacuum it out. You don't know. I mean, that to me was a very smart thing to do, because that shows you how a person carries himself. And with language, with just by asking some very simple questions, just the way they answer, if they're...
Another thing too that I heard, I won't mention any companies, this one particular company, when they would hire someone, they would do a search for their name on social media, and they would find their Facebook page or whatever social media, and they would look at it. And a lot of the time people have these pages public, and they can really tell what this person is like. Are they cussing and cursing, posting inappropriate stuff on their site, or or do they look presentable and professional? And I don't know if that's really legal to base it on that, but I mean, what's the difference between that and looking at someone's car? If it's public, I mean, I personally don't use any of that. I mean, the most social media I use is YouTube.
Yeah.
And the podcast, of course, but I'm not into that social media stuff at all.
Yeah, and it's, like I think I mentioned a couple of programs before, when a guy's got a ticket at a scale and he's cussing the scale master out and he's getting and he's mad for a month. And like I said, these guys are your friends, man. You don't realize if there's something wrong with your truck, they'll help you get it fixed. And gone are the days like scale masters and the police force. They don't have time for somebody that's mouthy. I was in a scale shack one time, and the guy had parked another truck, and he said, "Look at this guy walking up to us. Do you think he's drunk?" And I said, "I don't know. there's something about this guy. Now, he had formed an opinion before that guy even walked through the door. And as a result, he dealt with him before he dealt with me. He was writing him tickets just from the way he walked up to the scale shack and started talking.
Really? What was he writing the tickets on?
Oh, I can't remember. That's back when we still had spoked wheels, Ray.
Okay.
But it was a long time ago. But I thought, what? That's different. I've never heard that. But he said, look at him. I bet you he's drunk. So he's already formed his opinion. And, you know, I've been in picking up at, especially produce places.
Yep.
They got big signs up. If you haven't had a shower in the last week, don't come into our office. Things like that. Like they want you to be professional.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, a lot of these places you pick up now, these coolers, they're nowhere near professional. They treat the drivers like garbage.
Yeah.
Probably because of the drivers that they've run into, and now they just stereotype everybody else that walks in their door. Unfortunately.
I had when we were working, I think you and I were working for Challenger at the time, and I was in picking up a grocery load, and I had walked out to my truck, and I was going to walk around my truck, and a guy coming into the yard, he almost ran over me.
Wow.
He had got into the shipper's shack before I got in, and when I got into that shipper's shack, I said, do you need a pair of glasses? And he said, no, why? I said, what's the posted speed in this yard? And he said, well, what's it to you? And I said, well, you almost ran over me out there. I had to jump out of your way, and you were doing way more than 10 miles an hour. Do you know that the shipper got him to come to the little booth there, and he said, you get in your truck and you leave here. You're not picking up any loads here.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, so I was kind of happy. This guy wanted to take me outside, and I said, okay, let's go. You know, but he of course he didn't. I was glad he didn't, because he's bigger than me. But it just goes to show you, like the attitude of driving in.
Yeah.
Like, you know, summertime, guys are taking their kids with them or their pets or something.
Yeah, that's right.
And somebody could have got killed. You know, it's probably a what if thing, but it's just so important that you run your truck professionally and by the rules.
And even but when you're by yourself, how does a bad attitude when you're driving down the road, how does that even affect your driving skills?
You take a lot of chances that you wouldn't normally take.
Yeah.
And when I came off the road, I said, I hope I know when it's time to come off the road. And towards the end of my career, I was, you know, sometimes I don't smile, you know that. There's a good reason for that.
Yeah.
But I was doing silly things, and I thought, it's time.
Yeah.
If I can't conduct myself more professionally than this, then I shouldn't be out here. And that was one of the reasons I decided to come off the road. I wanted to stay out there for 55 years, just to say I'd been out there for that long, but I just had it. I was tired, and I was worn out, and I wasn't doing things the professional way.
Yeah.
And because I have been a professional all my life, it really bothered me. And I thought, why did you do that? You know way better than that, you know. And that's what you, again, I've said it before, you have to go home, look in the mirror, and be proud of the job that you did that way. And if you can't do that, you're in the wrong profession.
If someone's got that bad of an attitude, are they just clearly displaying that they don't like their job, or they're just doing that for the money, or what? Or they're just miserable?
You know, I'm sure it's a multitude of things. It could be home life. It could be, you know, they owe more money than they're making. Or it could be a multitude of things. But, I mean, you see some of the moves some of these drivers are making, and it's
Makes you shake your head.
Doesn't make any sense. And you know that somebody's going to get hurt somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, we stress that a lot. The end result is somebody's going to get hurt or they're going to die.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between our job and most other jobs. And you got to be babysitting the public out there. You got to be 100% in control. And you can't do that with a bad attitude.
Yeah. I mean, everybody is capable of changing their attitude. And I mean, if they're struggling that much, you know, there's such thing as counseling. Probably a lot of companies out there will help with that sort of thing too. Some anyway, the bigger ones.
Yeah, I don't know so much that. Usually there's a lot more trouble has happened before that even comes into play. And it comes down to, can we afford to keep this guy? He's done too much damage to the truck. He's damaged.
Well, when it gets to that point,
then you're,
So try to have a positive attitude out there, because it's not only affecting yourself or the people you talk to on your phone or whatever, but it makes you, a time bomb when you're on wheels, when you're driving down the road. It can be, because it also is a distraction. You're not paying attention. You get into a lane, you realize you just sideswipe a car that's trying to speed up beside you. Especially if you got to deal with road rage out there, which is just an ongoing issue out there.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's really terrible. I see some of the things that are done. The newest thing now, I don't know if you've noticed, if they come up to an intersection where there's a left-hand turn,
okay,
and cars, if there's a bunch of trucks ahead of the cars, they'll go up like they're going to make a left-hand turn.
Yeah.
And as soon as the light changes, they gun it and they're going in front of the...
Yep.
I see a lot of that.
I see that on 16th Avenue.
A lot of it on 16th Avenue.
All the time.
Yeah, it's terrible. But, I would say, truck driving has been such a rewarding career for me.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of money. I've enjoyed every single minute of it.
We're very blessed to be on the road,
Yep.
to have different scenery we have a window that changes every 2-3 seconds of scenery. We're very, very blessed.
I always used to say, most people pay to see this stuff. I get paid to see it.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of countries, see a lot of things, meet a lot of people, and it can be very rewarding.
Yeah, for some of the new the individuals that are thinking about getting their Class 1 or their commercial driver's license, and that you have anger issues or attitude issue, well, maybe get that resolved before you even think about it, because maybe that career is not for you.
Well, it's like a brain surgeon. I always refer to a brain surgeon. If you go in before they put you under, and this guy's mad at the whole world, think, man, oh man, is he going to take it out on me?
Not good.
Yeah, maybe I won't be able to talk or see after this.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, have a good attitude, you guys, because it's
I'd say it's number one. It's the number one thing is your attitude before experience, before anything else.
Yeah.
Number one.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to send Trucker Glenn an email for a suggestion of a episode, send it to truckerglenn10@gmail.com. Truckerglenn with the number 10@gmail.com.
Well, good morning, friends. Yeah, it's a little bit later than I usually get going. I'm actually feeling a little bit guilty. Not really. I needed the extra sleep. And my body's like, you're not getting up until I tell you to. And yeah, I feel very refreshed. And I got a very long day ahead of me here. An hour and 12 minutes I gotta drive today to get to the Loves in Cheyenne. Yeah, I know I'm being very sarcastic here. Woke up this morning and went outside, and just the wind blowing and a nice warm breeze on my face. What a great way to wake up. Yeah, this little town, Wheatland, I had a chance to interact with a couple of the locals yesterday. Just very down-to-earth people. Friendly. yeah, it was kind of a nice little visit I had with one of the gentlemen inside running the store in there. Yeah, not too bad at all. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'll make it to the Loves today, and that's about it, and then I'll do my delivery tomorrow. But yeah, about an hour and 10 minutes to do today, and that's about it. And because I'm going in as early as I am this morning, I should not have a problem getting some parking. If I would have rolled in there last night, that would have been a whole different story. So we'll see what happens, what our options are when we get there for parking. I'm sure it'll be good. Well, I am on my way, friends. Took them a couple hours to unload me. Half an hour to sweep out the trailer because it was pretty dirty back there. I might even have to still go to a washout, get it done there too. We'll see what happens. Let it dry for a day and a half and we'll see what it's like back there, but I may have to sweep it out again. But if it's not to my liking, I'll get it washed. So, the entire day going to consist of the I-25, and I hope it's windy out right now. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse because it's never fun with an empty trailer. Not if it gets too bad, I'll just have to pull over until it gets better. See what happens. But in the meantime, looks like we're going to have a nice beautiful day to drive. I really like these little sparkling waters. Blackberry tangerine. Very refreshing first thing in the morning. Yeah, it's not as early as I normally get going, but it's been really crazy windy this morning, and I've been trying to wait, or should I say I've been hoping that the wind was going to die down, but I don't think it's going to. So we're at this little rest area, Wattress, or however you pronunciate this area. Not a bad little rest area. Last night when I was walking over to the facilities, I can hear these cows moving. I'm like, I couldn't see them because of everything was dark. It was actually kind of funny. It was overcast, and you couldn't see the moon. You couldn't see nothing except just the lights that were on. Even the raven is having a hard time. Even he's having a hard time flying. But yeah. Well, I I should get into Rio Rico today, providing that the wind is not going to be a problem. I'm empty right now, and if the wind is going to be a real problem, I may have to stop prematurely. I don't really want to, but yeah, if it's let's see here. I went out there to do my pre-trip and my hat flew off 2 or 3 times. Look at that raven up there, right above the truck there. He's having a real heyday trying to stay up. He's just amazingly lit in his wings. He's not even flapping his wings and he's flying. Wow. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've driven this route, so I can't remember how beautiful it is, but I got a feeling it's going to look a lot like this. Well, friends, I hope you've enjoyed the video. We're going to end it here. I do have a little bit more coverage, but because of the length of it, I didn't want it to go on too terribly long. I know some of you do like the longer videos, but we had the Bible break in there, we had the Trucker's Corner, and of course some decent scenery in there. And I do apologize for the delay of getting this video up. Just been very busy with some other projects. But again, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you're not a subscriber, I invite you to subscribe. Share the video with someone that you think may be blessed with this. And yeah, leave a comment underneath and let me know what you thought of it. And yeah, we'll have to maybe even do a live. Maybe we haven't done that in a long time. Maybe we'll have to do something live and answer your questions live. But summertime is never the best time to do this because everybody's on vacation and everybody's doing their own thing and the viewership goes down quite a bit. So maybe we'll do something like that in the fall. Anyway, friends, I hope you enjoyed it, like I said, and I hope to see you next time. God bless you all in the name of Yeshua. Bye for now.